Series. Would like to welcome Hazard, as always, into the booth, as well as Jade, Turf, and Nitro. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
Yeah, would have liked to have you here yesterday, but understand things happen.
Yeah, so interesting, some stories came along there, Grant. For starters, Matt Parkhurst has retired from and will no longer be a part of the playoffs. Which that's huge.
Just keep talking, Hazard.
Some people are just having a hard time figuring out, what's Parky gonna do? When is he coming back? It's really difficult. Anyway, and for the third week in a row, Drake will not be racing, which means that takes him out of championship contention. So, which means Maggio has been officially for 2 weeks the points leader. So, and I think,
Well, are you racing tonight, Grant?
No, he's sending an invite to Demon.
Anyway, so Jade, tell us why you're supporting the Remembrance 300.
So at Kansas, Kansas holds this very special place in my heart. One of my greatest friends that I met through racing. His home track is Kansas. There's a. I'm not gonna get into details because he wouldn't want me to share it out for everybody, but some bad stuff happened to him, and we, as the admins, we normally run pink at this track. I know Keith, I did not last night due to sponsorship reasons, and I wasn't able to, and I didn't even realize that it was Kansas until like I hopped on. I'm like, oh shoot, whoops. But a lot of the admins, Jarrett Reese, myself, Keith, we like to run pink here to remember darkness. So Kansas, whenever it's on the schedule, it is always a remembrance race. Just to remember those that we love and we've lost, or when they're going through a tough time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll go through the grid. Give me 1 second.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, sorry, we're just trying to get some stuff figured out with Discord. I mean, not Discord, the lobby, so. That's Hampton.
They're Hampton. Then the owner of KAI, Keith Allen Ayers in the 89. William Moore running for Fatal Motorsports. And Nat 20, the owner of Critical Role, running the 21. Jay Fergie running the 92 for Critical Role. C's in the 15 for Critical Role. Turf Tech in the 9 for Night Motorsports. Demon in the 1 for Night Motorsports. Nitro running the 68 for KAI. KJ Racing, who is not going to be here tonight. Maggio Magic running the single Ford in the team, or in the league. In the series, pardon me. 13 US Truck Enterprise and running the 36 for Wolfpack Motorsports. And Casey Joe running the 08 for KAI.
Yeah, so definitely a stacked lineup tonight. We've seen Maggio being one of the dominant drivers this season, as well as Drake who is also not here tonight. Um, so this is kind of looking in favor for Maggio. He's coming in as the points leader, looking to gain more on tonight as well. We've seen him race the truck race yesterday, had a decent truck, ended up finishing third behind Dash and Cushion Pushing with his second win of the season. Yep, so we're going to see definitely Maggio, being one of the dominant ones tonight. Who others are you looking at here, Jade?
I mean, with Keith getting his first win in the playoffs here a few weeks ago, getting that monkey off his back finally. Keith's always a strong one. I feel Nitro can definitely come out of nowhere and win tonight. He did that. He did just that at Atlanta. I think pit strategy is going to play a big part into here. So definitely watch for Nitro to try something weird here at the end of the race to try to counterbalance everyone else and get that elusive win.
I'm gonna go with William Moore. He had really strong experience here at the speedways. He's actually gotten some really high finishes this season. But that's one of the ones I'm looking at. But the main one I'm picking and predicting that might get a good shot at winning is Casey Joe. He has shown way more speed and he's been dominant on these mile and a halves.
Yeah, definitely a great driver to watch there. You mentioned Keith there, Jade. Getting that win a couple weeks ago at Michigan last week. One of the cars to beat all race long until he had an unfortunate incident and he went towards the back of the field. He also has been running the truck series to get a little bit more experience throughout the playoffs. And I think that's really been helping him a lot lately, too. Mentioned Casey Joe, he's been fast. He's had his moments, though. Caught speeding on the pit road last week at Dover for the final stop, which ended up taking him out of the competition for the race win with Maggio. He's been off and on this season, I would say, definitely lately shown a lot of speed, a lot of skill to be back up there to fight with these guys to try to get the finishes, that he's been getting. And he's been battling up in the top 5. So, yeah, definitely ones to watch. Nitro, you said, the whole strategy thing. He's been watching the races this week at Kansas. We saw the truck races. A little bit of the same, but then a little bit of different strategy as it came to those two tracks. We saw guys fuel saving in stage 2 to get the win for that stage yesterday. For the rest of the first and second stages, between Monday and yesterday, it was pit cycles. When do you come in? Do you want to be the first one on? Do you want to be the last one on? We've seen it be the first guys on who's gotten the advantage there. With the lap or two fresher tires, has been the dominant way to go. Stage 3, it's been about the same thing. It was like the first ones to pit were the ones who benefited the most. But with stage 3, 2 tires and as much fuel as you can hold in the tank was the strategy call for the most part. Do we see somebody come early, towards the very beginning of the fuel window to make the end of the race, put on 4 tires and try to run them down that way, or do we see the 2 tire stop come into play again for the win?
And since Nitro's up here in the booth, I think it's only appropriate that we should learn about some of the schemes that we're going to see here tonight. Don't you agree, Jade?
I do.
So, Nitro, tell us about the scheme that you're going to run tonight here for the Remembrance race.
Well, my scheme is just white, red, and blue Valvoline car to remember all the troops and everything.
Okay. Yep.
Sorry,
Turf,
I'm in qualifying right
you
now.
join. Oh, yeah, you're fine. Turf, you good to chat, or do you want to just focus on qual at the moment?
Oh, I didn't even qualify. It kicked me from the lobby,
Oh, okay.
so I had to join back.
Gotcha. So, do you
Qualifying
want to
just
kind of talk about
finished.
your scheme a little bit, or just, what it might?
It's gonna be a surprise.
Okay, always
Only,
count
only,
on
only,
my
only
driver to
Grant,
be,
only Grant knows.
I think I know it too. I'm pretty sure you said it. You won't see it coming though.
No, I changed.
oh no,
I
it's a
forgot.
Okay.
different
I
scheme
forgot
now.
that I had a paint scheme already
One set
made.
up already.
So then I sent it to Grant
Yep.
because Grant and I um
Where did? Okay. Nitro, am I hearing correctly? That's the end of call.
yeah, I believe so.
Okay. So as we are,
I have one. I'm already back in.
Okay, fancy.
so as we were waiting for everyone to get back into their cars here.
Yeah, I need a bathroom
Uh,
break. I'm gonna grab a hot dog and I'll hop into the car.
all right, Terry. Replaced you with your Jackman.
No, we got time.
So yeah, Nitro, y'all are. So yeah, can you give us a rundown of who's
Maggio.
where?
Maggio's on the pole. We got Will in second, Game Nerd third, Keith fourth, and Trek fifth.
Oh, interesting group of players up there. Goose sitting in fourth. He's been pretty good lately as well since I'll say about Road America. He's been really hitting his stride, battling up there as well this season. So good job for him getting up to fourth. Game Nerd qualifying third. I think that's his best starting position this season. Um, Look for him to be able to possibly do something as well. Uh, I know once they dive down in turn one after taking the green, the bottom of the track is going to be the place to go. Definitely that first and second row on the inside is probably going to be the best, most beneficial. But then after that, you want to get yourself up to the high side the best you can. Turf invites.
Oh shit. Yeah. One sec. I'm sending booth invites.
Keith forgot about us. Wow, great job, Keith.
I sent you 3 of them.
Thank you.
The broadcast can hear my voice, right?
I don't know. I'm not watching it. Turf, just let us know when we can
5
join.
or 6, Grant. 5 or 6. Make a choice.
5.
Okay, we're loading in.
Alright, so Booth is good to join.
Yep.
So as always, let's reach up, pull those belts tight one more time.
Alright, boys. Is the flagman holding them back?
Nope, not yet. Just hang on.
No, we're still on the loading screen.
Cars rolling around the track.
Are they in the restart zone?
Nope, not yet.
Not yet. We are on the road now.
Call it.
Here we go, boys.
As we see Maggio getting the jump here on the start. He's going to slide up in front of Will. Will going to hang around that second line. This Game Nerd looking underneath him. Side by side for 4th place. Oh, that was, see, we see Keith in the black and pink 89 up, machine up high. Goose in a blue 36 down low. Casey Joe, oh, Annette makes a little bit of contact with 36 of Goose. Goose just dropping back here as we saw Nitro go through. Pink number 6, I believe. Who is that?
Weir is in the pink car.
Oh, that's the pink 61. Okay. He's going to look at a Nat as he forces Nat up into the wall. See the battle back for 4th between Unique and Keith. Unique gets clear around the outside. The high line, the preferred line here, but you got to be careful as Unique gets up into the wall. Keith will get back around. That's going to give a huge gap, and we have cars spinning down the backstretch. The 92 of Fergie, the 68 of Nitro. Still no caution.
No caution.
The one, yep. The one in the 61 side by side as they come down the front stretch. Unique Demon going to try to push it in. He does not get clear. Weir with the run up high. He'll get clear coming out of 2. Three wide for 7th. Unique Demon up on the high side. Let's see. Goose in the middle. Casey Joe backed out of it. Slight contact with the 1 in the 36. Side by side behind Goose. For the position now, Unique Demon and Casey Joe as they battle. He's got a lot of ground to work here. As we see the packs starting to kind of break up at front. It's 2 cars. Slight gap. 2 cars again. And then you have the single car of Weir. The single car of Goose. Unique Demon leading this big gap of Nat. Casey Joe and Turf right there. Casey Joe going to get side by side with Turf as they come down the backstretch. Turf will have the advantage going into 3. He gets a little bit too much out of it, gets into the wall. That'll give Casey Joe an opportunity to get back side by side with him here. Can we get a lap update, Turf?
16 to go.
10-4. How many do y'all get on fuel?
18, so we've got 11 to go.
10-4. Nat making a move down on Unique as he got up into the wall. He's going to be clear down the back stretch. He doesn't move up though. Going to run a little bit lower. 10-4 as we see Casey Joe now trying to make a move. Unique able to hold the position here as they go down the front stretch. Let's go back up towards the leader, see what's going on there. As we see Will leading the field, here comes Maggio Magic trying to make a move underneath them down the back stretch. Slight contact between the two. Side by side as they enter turn 3. Will going to have the momentum coming off the corner. Oh, look like a little bit of contact again. William Moore will lead the lap for Fatal in the number 16. Still just these two by themselves. 3rd and 4th of Keith and Game Nerd right there as well. Not quite letting them go. Maggio in 3 and 4 just going to run behind the 16 here. He's going to look underneath him on corner exit. Beautiful move by Maggio as Will gets up into the wall from slight contact. That'll give Maggio the lead back here. Now Keith looking towards his corporate teammate. He's going to dive down low through turn 1. Oh, of course he does. As we get reports of a little bit of lag from the 98. I kind of saw it a little bit too from my point of view. Keith looking towards the inside of Will. Keith will not get there. Will hold the position as he smacks the wall a little bit. Everyone's kind of single filed out as we see Keith now down low on his corporate teammate. He'll get clear coming off of 4. Keith, kitty gears, meow, out to second. Yeah, that was a great move by the 89. Will running a little bit lower compared to the rest of the field. Now Keith diving way down to the bottom. Will follows them. And they are coming to pit road. The 89 and the 16 both in. Smooth entry by both of them. Looks like the 1 is also coming in as well. The 08 is in. Nitro trying to make a move on the 36 of Goose as they go down the backstretch. He will get clear through 3 and 4. Possibly, as we see Keith and Will coming back out of pits here. They will merge perfectly back up onto the track. Looks like the 13 of Game Nerds coming in. Maggio still staying out here. Nitro right behind Weir as they go through. Yep. Side by
Nitro's in
side
last.
as they go.
Nitro's
Okay.
a lap down.
Okay. So yeah, Nitro gets around the 61 there, and he'll continue to try to move up the field. As we see Turf running by his lonesome right now. A little bit of damage on the right side of the hood there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a product of having to run the high line here at Kansas. 61 in the 98, both in this time. 36 in as well.
So when they merge, I'm not sure who would be the leader.
Right now to probably be Maggio, but Keith is in the spot to take the position. The 21 of Nat coming in this time. As we see Goose, Weir, and Maggio all coming out. Does Keith have the advantage here? He'll have the
60
momentum
go.
coming down the backstretch. Maggio still holding the lead. He's up high now, trying to get his momentum up. He will hold off the 89, not close enough to get the position on him. And Maggio leading with 5 to go in the stage.
I mean, surely the 89 could get a good run through the corners. Just like
It's hard to get a run here, unless that front car makes a mistake. As we see Game Nerd running the bottom of the track, trying to see if he can try to make up some ground here. But again, the top is where you want to be. It's where all your time's going to be made. So going unique demon into the wall. He keeps it going. Riding along with Maggio. 4 to go, I believe, correct, Turf? Or did he just take 3?
So. I'll let you know.
Okay.
I believe it's 3.
Yep, Keith is gaining on Maggio. Maggio, I believe, just took 2 tires.
3 to go. So yeah, they're coming to 2.
Yep. So 3 to go. Coming to 2. Maggio still able to hold off Keith, not quite letting him get there. I'm sure Keith is frustrated, trying anything he can to gain a little bit of ground. Slowly, inch by inch, that 89 is getting closer to the 98. One car and a half distance in between the two. White flag for stage 1. Maggio still running high. Keith a slight lower line trying to get some air to the car. Using the draft down the backstretch. Dives down to the inside. Trying the slide job. Will not get clear. Maggio clears back off of 4. And Maggio will win the stage for stage 1. Yeah, great run for both of those cars there. I believe Will got 3rd, and we're getting 4th with Goose in 5th. Tariff, can you give us a top 10?
Maggio, Keith, Will, Weird, Track, Game Nerd, Unique, Anat, myself, and Jay Fergie.
10-4. Thank you, Tariff. Well, definitely a great stage 1 there. Looks like Maggio had the winning pit strategy for that stage, sticking out a little bit later than everybody else. Keith coming with the run there. You can tell those fresh tires were really working as we get lined up for stage 2 here. It'll be Maggio and Will on the front row again, with Keith and Weir in row 2. As we take the green flag for stage 2.
19.
Turf, how many left? 19 here. And
same as, yeah.
So should be good on fuel?
No.
Or save a lap?
Yes.
Okay. So you heard it. We are having to save a lap here as Keith going right back to where he left off. Hard on the bumper of the 98. Diving down low. Not going to get clear. Side by side as they go through turn 4. Maggio clears back out of the corner. Goose looking high for 2nd. Goose stays in line. We'll let Keith have it. Maggio slight tap into the wall, entering the corner. That'll give Keith a little bit of a run here. Goose still right there as well, trying to capitalize. Keith able to keep it off the wall as they come down the backstretch. This is kind of the battle at the moment, as we see Game Nerd fighting in the back as well. Trying for about 5th position, I believe. Goose looking back towards the outside of Keith as Keith gets into the wall. He'll run the bottom here, let Goose have the high line. We're looking a little bit towards Goose's outside. He won't get there. Goose and Weir both get around Keith. Here comes his corporate teammate Will in the 16. Does Will let him in line? He will. Keith falls back to 4th. Huge run by the 89 as he goes back down underneath the 61 for 3rd. Down into turn 1. Again, will not have the momentum to get the corner off. Will fills the position there. Back to 5th, back to 6th with Fergie getting around Keith as well. Looks like the 16 up into the wall a little bit. The 36, the 92, I'm sorry, gets forced down. The 1 down low with them. They move up the track. Ooh. As we see one car back and forth, that's a Nat, I believe, in the 21. He gets it sorted. 3 wide with Keith, Unique Demon, and Fergie as they come off of 2. All the fights right now coming towards the back of the field. Maggio leading still with Game Nerd in 2nd. Not Game Nerd. Goose in 2nd with Weir right on his bumper. Will in 4th. Keith in 5th. Unique Demon in the 1-6. Jay Fergie in the 92, 7th. Unique Demon with a huge run down the back stretch. Gives a little slight shot to the 89. No, it apparently got cleared for tech, so. Things kind of settled down now. Everyone running up on the high side, the preferred line. As we see a battle slightly starting here for 2nd place with Weir and Goose. Goose still able to hang on as we see Will also kind of join back into this position as well. Will looking towards the inside of the 61 as they enter turn 3. He'll make a dive for it. He gets alongside with the 36. We're up to the wall. Will falls back to 4th. Here comes Keith in 5th as well. Does he go to the high side? Nope, he's not clear for the high side. Will keep that position. As we see, we're looking back towards the inside of Goose. He won't get there. Dives it down in turn 3. Huge momentum. Does he get up in time? He does. Slide job. Perfect by the 61. The 36 with the crossover. Back down on the bottom. Slight contact. Side by side down the front stretch. Here comes the 1 and the 92, I believe, now. The 16 and the 89 both in pit road. Maggio still leading this. No pressure from behind now. '16 is out of pit road. 89 now coming out as well. Will getting a huge benefit from the pit stop there. I think he may have just taken 2 tires or even just enough fuel. As we see the 1 trying to get the position on the 36 as they go through 3 and 4. Does anybody else come down here? Nope, everyone stays up on the track. The 36 has been really good at it. The 36 definitely for sure has been really great at fuel saving. I don't know how well Keith is. But again, you know, Keith has pitted, so that takes him out of fuel saving, as we saw somebody else coming down pit road. I'm trying to see who it was. That's the one of Unique Demon in pit road. Now we saw yesterday fuel saving was the way to go to win stage 2 in the truck series. How well does the strategy work out for these drivers here? How many laps, Turf? Once you get there?
I think there's 5 to go.
10-4.
They're at 5.
Alright, so come to 4.
6 to go.
Okay, come to 5. Maggio still riding the high line here. He stays out another lap. We're comfortably in second. No pressure behind from Goose either at the moment. The battle for third with Goose and Game Nerd. Game Nerd, I think, is just kind of riding here as well. Looks like he may be coming in this time. 92 and the 21 up high. The 61 and 13 both dive down pit road now. Keith and Will just now passing them as they get on pit road. The 32 and the 36 and the 92 side by side. 21 with a huge run. Two critical role teammates working kind of with the Wolfpack 36 here, as it looks like Goose and Maggio are now going to be coming in. So give the lead to the 21. I think he's led some before. It's just been a while, but I'm not for sure. That's something I don't really keep up with a whole lot. As we see both of them coming to pit road now. Nat still your leader at the moment, I believe.
Yeah. I'll let you know.
It seems like the one has had an engine problem.
And the one is out of the race.
Yep. A Nat coming out of pit road now. Seeing Nitro, lone car by himself. Do you know if Nitro is pitted?
He is not. Him and myself are not fitted. 1 to go.
So 1 to go. Nitro, I believe, is going to be the leader.
I'm the leader right now, but I.
Oh, you're the leader. Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the line.
As we are watching the 9 now.
I'm sputtering. I am sputtering.
Sputtering off of turn 2.
And I've got a huge lead.
Yeah. Although I will say that 21 and 16 are coming.
Yeah, the 21 just came off turn 2. I'm going. I'm trying.
The 08 coming to pass our leader in the 9.
I'm going. No!
Can he get there? Can he get there?
Yes!
Turf will win stage 2 out of fuel. Wow. Wow, Turf.
I learned from. I was out of fuel on turn 1, and I coasted. I literally coasted from turn middle of the backstretch on. That was.
Wow, Turf.
Oh, he was right there. So it's Turf, Will, Anat, Maggio, Nitro, Keith, Weir, Trek, Gamer, J Fergie.
Wow, great job, Turf. Third stage win of the season, I believe.
I had to try, because it's not going to go good this stage. Now I'm up front.
Yep, as Turf will now lead him to the green with the Nat on to his outside, Will behind
50,
him.
53 to go.
Great job by Turf to continue to lead the field off of turn 2 into turn 3. He's got support with the Nat here behind him. The lone Ford of Maggio up into the wall in third position. Huge spread at the back of the field as they try to get everything sorted. Everybody holds on to it. Great save by all the drivers. As Turf is still leading the field here. The 36 of Goose trying to make a move on third as they go through 3 and 4 with the 16 outside. The 61 in 5th at the moment. '61 now diving down to the inside to see what he can do. He'll get put in the middle of 3 wide between the 16 and 36. Now the 98 and the 89 going to give the 61 a shove as they go into turn 3. 61 gets clear. He'll hold 4th position now. As Goose and Maggio will battle it out for 5th. Again, drivers now kind of calm down. Everything's single file throughout the field. No battles quite at the moment yet. So again, we see pit strategy here. It's going to be key. We've seen the very last one to pit in stage 1 of Maggio to hold on to the win with one of the first of Keith hard pressure. We saw fuel saving from the 9 and the 68 to win stage 2. What is it going to come down here in stage 3? The 9 still holding off the 21 in the lead.
I think it's going to be 3 pit stops.
The 21 looking high on the 9 as he was giving him the bottom. The 9 moves up the track, the 21 down to make a crossover. He gets clear. Here comes the 16. He gets around the 9. The 61 dives it down in. He won't get clear of Will for 2 positions there. The 9 will hold on to 3rd. Huge move by Nat to get back into the lead. But here's Will. He ain't going to sit there quietly either. He wants the lead back.
Yeah, I didn't like sitting in the lead. I felt like a lame duck out there.
Yeah, I feel you. As it looks like it could be going about 3 wide here in just a second. Nope. They get it sorted out.
46 to go.
46 to go, as you heard from our 3rd place driver of Turf Tech in the 9. The 36 and the 08 battling. Now the 92 is going to get around. The 89 gets around him. Casey Joe falling back here. As Keith gets up to the wall a little bit. Casey Joe still going to ride behind his team owner. As we see the 16 trying to make a move for the lead at the front. At his quarter panel as they enter turn 1, slight contact. It's going to keep them side by side. The 61 trying to make a move. Here comes the 98 down low, 3 wide. He gets clear of both of them. Will fall back in line behind the 21. Maggio Magic capitalizing on a move made by the 61 to get around both him and the 9. As now it looks like the 92 is 3 wide. The 9 falling back to 5th place after leading at the end of stage 2 and part of stage 3 here, side by side with 61 now, battle for 4th, as the 08 is right there as well, slight 3 wide. Side by side as they go into the corner, here comes the 89 up at the top as well. Keeping the 9 pushed down to the bottom, it's going to hurt all the momentum that the 9 has. And he falls back now into the clutches of the 36. Goose going to go down low here. That'll give momentum back to the 9. Let's see if he can get back up there as we have a battle for the lead. The 16, the 98, and the 21, the 16 taking the lead. Slight contact between the 98 and the 21. Here comes Casey Joe and Weir to take advantage. Weir looking to the outside to get third off of turn 4. Now Keith looking down low on the 08 for 5th. As he gets cleared, now looking down low to the 21 as they enter turn 1. Side by side as they come up off the corner. Here comes Casey Joe back on the outside of the 89. He'll get clear as they go down the backstretch. The 36 and the 9 battling still as well. 21 looks like he gets and bumps the wall. The 31 now 61, I'm sorry, trying to get outside of the 98. He won't get there. Maggio still holding that position. The 89 and the 08 still side by side as they go down the front stretch. Keith diving it in, now side by side with the 21. He'll fall back as Casey Joe and Nat get the momentum on the high side. Contact with the 89 and the 08. Keith gets the position. Goose, slight contact with the wall. That'll kill his momentum. He won't be able to make a move. Will still leading this pack as Game Nerd gets around Maggio in turn 1 and 2. Here comes the Nat, trying to look underneath the 98 as well. Slight contact with him as they make more contact down the backstretch. Here comes Keith up high. Ooh, contact with the 21 will kind of push Keith up into the wall. He still gets clear of it though. The 21 looks like he's going to come in for a pit stop as well as the 08. And the 13 as well, all pitting here. The 61 now stalking the 16 with the 98 behind him as they dive it off into turn 3 up at the top of the track. Weir does have one win this season in our Busch series. It came at Martinsville. Here comes Maggio. Back of the bumper of the 61 as he was in the back of the bumper of the 16. Looking low. The 16 looking to block as well. Both of them going to run the bottom. 98 up high, and it looks like the 16, the 61, the 89, and the 36 all come to pit road. That'll give the lead back to Maggio. Just heard that the 92 is going to be coming in this time. A lot of strategy being played here at this stage. The 36 and the 98 both get in pit road. It looked like Goose may have sped a little bit. I'm not sure though. The 92 of Fergie also in. Nitro taps the wall entering turn 1. As we are watching everybody come out of pit road. Will still holding in front of the 61. 61 with a little bit more momentum through 3 and 4 here. Is this going to be the run that he needs to get to the outside of the 16? Still not there. Ooh, Will barely gets contact to the front of that 61 machine to keep the position. They will get back around Maggio, and Will retains the lead. Looks like the 89 is also going to get around Maggio and the 98 to take third. And the 16 and the 61 with great strategy call actually gain some distance in between them in the field, as well as the 89 as not only gaining position but even gaining time on these two leaders, as now it's a 3-car battle again. Just switch out the 98 for the 89. Again, Keith and Will both running the truck race yesterday. They're going to have, the more experience out of this trio. So what does Weir try to do to outrace these guys? Does he just hang here, save some fuel? Try to have a faster pit stop with having to take less fuel and save tires some as Will gets to the wall. That'll give the 61 the lead as they come down the backstretch now. Here comes the 89. He's looking a little bit low. He's going to hold back and let Will keep second place at the moment. Those two are friends off the track. So I don't expect much racing between these two at the moment. As we heard, 33 to go coming from the 9 car as he sits in 5th position. Ooh, Will getting loose off turn 2. Seen it multiple laps here. That's a major disadvantage. Keith watching that. He knows that's going to be the place to make a move on the 16 if he can stay close enough and get the run off of turn 2. As Weir continues to lead here at Kansas. Keith backing off some. Trying to utilize the draft. Maggio catching as well, bringing turf along with him in the 9. As Weir still leads this field. Will heavy pressure as they come through turns 1 and 2, right on the bumper, able to hold it still as they come off 2 that time. Great line by the 16, trying to make a move down low. We're still leading this side by side as they enter turn 1. Momentum will go to the 61. As the 16 makes contact, pushes the 61 up into the wall. The 89 into the back of him. That's going to allow Maggio to catch up. Huge mistake by the 61 and the 89 there. Allows the 98 to get back in the fight as he goes high on Keith of the 89. Maggio magic back up to 3rd. Here comes the 61. Back to the outside. Slight contact with the 16 and the 61 again. The 98 now moves up to 2nd. As Will and Keith fall back to 3rd and 4th. Will up into the wall again off of turn 4. That'll give Keith a run to make position here. As Weir still leads this race with Maggio pressuring hard behind him. The lone Ford in the field. Right on that bumper as they come down the backstretch. Another tap as they enter turn 3. Maggio looks to have a slightly faster car at the moment, especially down the straights, where it looks like Weir can kind of get him on corners. Maggio running a slightly higher line. Here comes Keith down at the bottom, diving it in, trying to move up the field the best that he can. As Will is still right there as well. He says, I'm not out of this yet, boys. We're coming down off of the top line to kind of block the run a little bit. Thought that would give Maggio a little bit more momentum to get to his outside. We're still clear as they come to turn 1. He will still manage to hold on to the lead as we see Keith now moving to the outside of his teammate in the 16 for the battle of third. Keith clears off of turn 2. Now diving it down on the 98 in turn 3. Can he stay side by side off to turn 4? No, he will not. Maggio with the momentum still on the high side. 4 cars under 1 blanket, all for the lead. Will gets into the wall coming into turn 3. That'll pretty much fall him off this top group. Now it's 3 cars battling for it.
Grant, I did what you did.
What, you sped in the pit road, didn't you?
Yeah, I went 47.
Oh, turf.
I tried to downshift.
Yeah, it's alright.
No, it's not
80.
alright. I had a top 5 grid.
It's okay, turf.
We need to go to pit road lessons.
I will see if I can get Fatal to help sponsor some of those for us.
I really need a caution.
I don't sponsor those.
Oh. Thanks, Jade.
Hey, I got you, fam. Pit crews I can help. Cautions I
Yeah,
don't sponsor
finally-
those.
I
Oh,
finally
no,
won.
I don't mean cautions, I mean pit road entries.
Oh,
finally
that,
won
I mean,
something.
I can give you the old simulator.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it.
Okay, I got you, fam.
Well,
That's
Gotcha.
2 weeks in a row.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
what I did. That's what I did the first stage.
Yeah, you did
Yeah, I
the
heard about
first
that.
stage. I did it the 3rd stage.
same with me, turf.
Literally, Grant,
you
we've
just
done
know
the
when to do
same
it
thing.
perfectly.
We won stage 2 on Well,
Look, turf. Just because I had somewhat success doing things, don't mean you have to do it exactly the same. Okay?
oh, I did. What place did you finish last night, Grant?
12th.
Well, I'm in 11th, so I'm one better than you.
Oh, contact between the 98 and the 61 off of turn 2. Sorry, didn't mean to quite interrupt you there. As
Oh, you're good.
we're pinching the 98 down to the bottom. Looks like both of those cars are going to come in now. Maggio getting the slight advantage on pit entry. Looks like the 92 is also in. Well, the 36 is in. Yes, the 92 Fergie is just behind those two. The 21 coming in. Turf, who's the leader?
At the moment, it's a custom car, so
Were they on track?
pit road.
Okay.
Probably
that's
Maggio.
still- So yeah, that's still either Maggio or Weir actually at the moment. As Weir will beat Maggio back off of pit road. Let's see Keith go by him on the outside on the track. I believe that is for position as well as Casey Joe. Would I be correct?
For what? How many left to go?
Leader's about to come out of turn 4.
They're taking the crossing the line now.
Yep, so Keith will be the leader with Casey Joe in second. We're in third Maggio in 4th, Will in 5th, and approximately how many to go?
I'll let you know.
Okay.
Going to 18 to go.
Coming to 18 to go, 19 on fuel?
Yeah. Nobody should
Yeah.
be able to make it.
So Keith right now is the leader. If he can hang on, this will be his 2nd win of the season. As the battle is going to be for 3rd at the moment. Between the 61, the 98, and the 16. Weir and Maggio catching Casey Joe in the 08. As he goes a little bit low off the corner, here comes Weir and Maggio on the high side with the momentum. Maggio looking outside, 3 wide for just a split second. Weir going to dive it down into the corner. Maggio going to cross him over, coming off exit. If Weir can stay side by side, he should have momentum. Nope, Maggio will get around him. Ooh, Weir with a huge shot to the back of the 98 gets him into the wall. Here comes the 08 of Casey Joe back on the outside to get 3rd from Weir. Four cars battling for 2nd. The 89 leading as they come to 15 to go.
Yeah, they're coming to 15.
Keith Kitty Ayers trying to hold on for 15 more laps, 30 more corners. For win number 2 this season. If he can win this, both race wins will be in the playoffs. Maggio getting some huge momentum down the backstretch though, slowly reeling that 89 machine in. Keith being on older tires is hurting him. The best he can hope for is that Maggio is just using up his equipment and those tires here trying to catch him. This is almost the exact same scenario that we saw yesterday in the truck race with Dash and Cushion, as Cushion was able to hold off Dash for the win. And Maggio is there. Keith kind of giving him the outside here. Maggio not going to be able to take it. Keith running that middle lane. Good block on Maggio. Slight contact coming up 2. Maggio's at the quarter panel. Side draft is going to get Keith here. But Keith with that high line should be able to charge back on the outside. Yep, there it is. Maggio having to get out of the gas because he wasn't clear. That'll give Keith the position back. Turf, let me know when they get the 10 to go.
Okay.
Thank you.
$12 to go. So they're coming to 11 to go.
Okay. As we see Keith and Maggio coming up on another lap vehicle here. I believe that is Nitro.
Yeah, he just got out of pit road.
As Maggio will get the high line from Keith and will just freely motor by on the outside. Keith, nothing he could do there with the 98 getting all the momentum, but he'll hard charge it back down at the bottom of turn 3. Will not get any momentum. Keith is coming to pit road. The 16 looks like everyone's coming to pit road. At the 16, the 61, the 92. All 4 just peeled off at the exact same time. So I don't see them staying in pit road long. Possibly just 2 tires and fuel here. Yep, here comes Keith. Fergie out of his pit box. Weir is coming out as well. Game Nerd just getting into his pit box. Looks like he went with the 4-tire strategy here. Probably going to hurt him. Take him out of this race even more. Where is Maggio? He just crossed the line. Does Maggio have enough to make it to the end? Or is he going to have to pit?
He probably will pit this time. He should be pitting this time.
Nope, Maggio stays out another lap.
I guess he came in a couple laps after him.
Yeah, he's been able to go a couple laps after. I just don't know if he's saved enough to...
No, he would have had to save like 3 laps. From
36 of Goose is in. Oh no, actually that's the 9 of Turf. Excuse me. I had the wrong car there. Maggio staying out another lap as he gets into the wall a little bit. The battle for second currently is being held by Keith. Will going to be third with the 61 and the 36 battling here. The 08 and the 92 kind of falling back a little bit. Goose coming into pit road. And the big question is does this 98 Ford have enough fuel? Nope, he's coming in now.
6 to go. Or 5 to go, I guess, on a lap down.
So coming to 4 or coming to 5?
When I just passed it said 5 to go. So,
okay, so actually coming to 3 then.
Well, no, on my screen I was 6 to go, but it said 5 to go. So they probably just took 5. They're probably coming to 4.
Okay, well, Maggio just crossed the line, so...
Yeah, I'm passing the leader now, so I'll be back on the lap.
Okay.
So, 5 to go. So he's going to 3 to go? Yeah.
4. It'd be coming to 4. So Keith just took 4 to go. Coming up on Maggio.
Yep, Keith. A lot of momentum on that high side.
Mm-hmm. I think Keith's gonna have one shot to get around Maggio. He's gonna have one shot to get around Maggio, and it's gonna be now. He's gonna have to dive it down in and hope it sticks. Nope.
Now, see, I would have followed here.
Mm-hmm.
Tried to see how close I can get, and hopefully in the next lap, making a move back into turn 3, because that looks where Keith has been the strongest.
Mm-hmm.
So, 2 cars, 1 Ford, 1 Chevy, both with the 8 and the 9 in the number, just flip-flop from each other. Which one is going to come down to get the win here? Keith pressuring hard, trying to get his second win of the season. Maggio, I believe this would be his 4th or 5th win of the season if he can get it done.
Keith just has to watch lunging here. He doesn't want to lunge and give up a lot and hit the wall. He's got to get right behind him and stay right there.
Huge momentum down the back stretch there for Keith.
Yeah,
closes in about half a car length.
He's going to want to back off here and get the run through the corner and try to get Run done. He's got.
Down to the bottom.
He can't be down there. He's not going to get the run that he needs.
Side by side, if he can get a slight contact.
He wasn't clear, and that's going to be Keith's race. Keith's going to do himself in right there. Unless Maggio hits the wall, which Maggio is too good at Kansas to hit the wall.
And this should be 1 to go.
No, white flag. Or checkered.
Checkered.
Oh, okay. Yep.
That's it.
So, Maggio winning the race. Keith in second.
Weir.
Hard-fought race. Great job by him.
Weir in third.
Weir getting in third. Will finishing fourth. Casey Joe in fifth.
I'll let you handle interviews. You did such a great job tonight.
Thank you, Jade.
You're welcome.
Let me add Weir. Well, Jade, I would say that was definitely a entertaining race.
Yeah, they were really good there. Keith had the shot to get there, and I feel that he choked it away. He had a shot to win that race. He needed to really send it down in there hard, and he didn't. And it just is what it is. He did a great job coming in second. Points matter. Maggio's. I think Maggio's gonna end up staying about the same because he didn't do so hot in the second stage. He finished like fourth, fifth.
Right.
So that's good. That's gonna allow guys to catch up to him a little bit. So we're gonna see how well he did when points are done.
Yeah, definitely. As I will go ahead and get started with interviews here. Weir, you got a copy, bud?
Yep, got a copy.
Hey man, we've seen some crazy racing from you this week. Car looked like it was on rails all night long. How did it feel? And just talk to us about the car here.
First stage, I had the car pretty dialed in. Started 12th off the start and finished 4th in the first stage or something like that. And I talked to my teammate about some tire pressures, and second stage we adjusted, and it kind of just went the opposite direction of what we wanted to do. So just made some more adjustments to the car, and that's how I got a podium here.
Yeah, definitely. Car was looking pretty fast there, and you did well all race long. We saw a couple little, contacts with drivers, either being hit by you or hitting you, just getting up into the wall. Was it just, one of those little racing things, or?
Yeah, on my side, I thought it was just some racing techniques that we just had. It was a good race all.
Yeah, definitely will. Congratulations, bud, on third place. Great points race, at least for you. Trying to catch back up to Maggio leading the field here, so.
Yep, thank you.
Yep, as that was third place of Weir Savage Jr. As we will move to Keith Kitty Harris in second place. You got a coffee?
10-4, reaching loud and clear.
Oh man, had a shot to win this race. Coming down to the wire. Needed to drive in just a little bit harder. Might have had something for it. Just kind of lost it though and ended up coming second. Great car all night long. How was your race, bud?
I had a great race. I mean, I was top 5 all race long. Guys gave me an awesome race car. Yeah, just coming to the final lap, I tried to make a dive bomb on Maggio, and I wasn't quite clear of him. He got back around me, and I tried to pull up, and his left rear caught my right front, and I about spun the car into the inside wall. I had to save it and get out of it. And I was on 2 tires. He did the same thing I did. We were tit for tat all night long. This is going to be a great championship battle all the way to Homestead. I could feel it.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen you since you've started racing in the truck series, kind of gain on your performance. Is that what you're going to say has really been like kind of boosting your confidence as well as your performance on track?
Yeah, this is the best I have felt in a championship in a long time. A couple of seasons ago in Cup, I was half a turn away from winning it, but we all know how that ended up. But anyway, that's a thing of the past. I just want to, I just want to be able to capture my first ever WRL championship, and I'm this close to it. Just 2 more weeks, and not wishing anything on him, but I need Maggio to start having some bad luck and me capitalizing on it, and we can get the point lead.
Yeah, definitely. It's been one heck of a season from everyone in this league. Just want to give a quick congratulations to everybody for that, and I know you're looking forward to next week at Indy as well as Homestead, trying to close in on this championship hunt. But I want to ask you, the special car tonight. Anything about it in particular that you want to touch on?
All about my car? Yeah.
Yes.
As some of you may know, and some of the people in the league may know, Kansas is a special place for a few of us. It's this home state of a dear friend of ours, Dakota Pate, or is it known as Darkness. We always run pink for him here because of a special circumstance that we don't talk about. Um, I do miss him. I miss talking to him. I just hope that he's doing okay. And yeah, the blue on the car represents a close friend of mine. Um, that father passed away a while back, and that was for him. Um, I race my heart out for him every day, do the best I can, and the black was just for to tie in with the pink and the blue. But yeah, it was. I drove my heart out tonight, and I was that close, but yeah, so far.
Yeah, definitely. Well, congratulations on second, bud, and we'll see how points turn out at the end of the night, possibly tomorrow, and go forward from there.
Yeah, and I will get with you either tonight or tomorrow and do points with you, so we'll get it figured out.
Yep, definitely. Thanks, Keith.
Welcome,
I want to
guys.
throw back to
Good night.
Weir real quick. You still in here?
Yep, still in here.
Hey, man, I meant to ask you about it. You're running a pink car tonight. Was there anything special about it that you wanted to touch on?
No, it was just a last minute thing that I just put on. I was running short on time there tonight, so that's what I just put on there.
Okay, yeah, I just didn't know if there was anything special about it, but wanted to ask, and I just completely forgot about it.
Nope, you're good.
Okay. As we will move on to our winner tonight, Maggio. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy, guys.
Man, it's been one of those nights, man. Battling with Keith all night long. Kind of got shoved to the back there at one point. Worked your way back forward. How was the car tonight?
It kind of felt different at different parts of the race. Obviously, in the first stage, I qualified on pole, and it felt really good in that first stage. And then at the very end, it felt pretty loose, so I wanted to tighten it up a little bit. And I tightened it up, and it was pretty good, and I won that stage. And then in the second stage, man, it was such a long race. Actually, I was shuffled around so many times I can't even really remember what happened. I don't even really remember what happened to me in the second stage. I know that. Oh, I think no. On the second stage, I was gone. My second stage, my car felt fantastic, and I was gone, but people stayed out, so I only finished, I think, in fourth. But the car felt great in stage two. I kind of figured people were going to try to stay out. They tried it in the truck series last night, and it worked. I honestly just had zero interest in trying to make my car last that long and trying to save fuel like that, because especially when you're starting at the front, it's so hard to like let people by and save fuel and like not get hit into the wall or not get run over as you're trying to save. So I really had no interest in it. I figured I'll just take my fourth place. I'll lose 3 points. I'll be good with that. And then the third stage, since I started fourth, I was on the outside, and I got up to the outside of third, and Will kind of just, I don't know if he got tight or what happened, if maybe it was retaliation from the first stage, but he hit me in the wall, and that sent me back to the back end. That's when the fun part started. Let's put it that way. And I had damage from that, so my car was absolutely terrible through that run until I got to pit. It was like really loose. I almost spun out by myself because of how loose it was. But then I went in and I repaired it, and I was pretty far back. I was like 2 seconds back, but then Will tried to pass Weir Savage, but he sent it a little bit too far and hit him into the wall, and that slowed all three of them down and let me catch. And from there, it was just a race at that point in between. Couldn't get by Weir Savage, but I haven't really raced around him. I don't know him too well. He's a great blocker, I know that now, which is frustrating, but also a very good skill to have. I could not get by him. It took me like 25 laps to get by him.
Yeah, that's also kind of a product of a one-lane track, pretty much,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, he did a really good job of staying. I mean, 25 laps is a long time to not make a mistake. I mean, I was pressuring him every lap, and that takes a lot to keep it clean. So props to him. He did a great job there. And then I finally got by him, and then I finally got by Will, and I didn't know what the strategy was. I saw Trek about a half lap back, and I thought, oh man, he's so good to strategy. Maybe he's staying out. Maybe he doesn't even have to pit on this last run. But then he pit, and I was happy, and I pit the next lap. And I also didn't know if Keith had taken 2 tires or no tires, because I was 1 lap short on tires. If I had pit 1 lap later on my second pit stop in stage 3, I wouldn't have even had to take tires on the last stop, but I did. And I knew that I was using up my car a lot more than everyone else, so I was worried about that, but I came out and I was right in front of him, and I was like, oh man, thank God. And then from there, I was just trying to hold him off, because like you said, it's a 1-lane track, so I figured if I just hold the bottom, he's going to have a hard time passing me. He's going to really have to send it in one of these turns, and he tried it in turn 1 and 2, but just didn't work out for him. But it was a great race, and I knew I was going to be around him a lot, because he's been popping off lately. He's had that good momentum like me. But I think I got what I came here to do accomplished, and that's just have a nice race. I finished 1 or 2 spots ahead of him in every single stage, so I didn't gain very much on him, but he didn't gain anything on me, so that's really what matters. I just got to contain.
Yeah, definitely. Points going into tonight, you were leading by about 9. So, yeah, definitely one of those nights it's going to help. So, going into Indy next week and then on to the championship battle at Homestead.
Yeah, Homestead's not one of my best tracks, so I'm looking to have a good week next week so I can be a little bit more comfortable at Homestead. But I mean, Indy is another one of those tracks where it's not necessarily 1 lane, but it's harder to pass it if you get like put in the wall exiting a turn, that you just lose so many spots going down those really long straightaways. So I'll have to try to qualify front again and try to stay out of everyone's way.
Yep, definitely for sure. Well, congratulations on the win tonight, and yep, see you in the next 2 weeks, bud.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Jade, any final comments from you?
No, sir, I don't got any. It was a good race here at Kansas. I was watching and kind of working on some other things. But it was good to keep flipping through the cameras, watch the guys, and listen to you and Hazard kind of broadcast. And you at the end, I don't really know what happened to Hazard. And I hopped in there for the last few laps just to give you a breather.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I was kind of getting a little winded there.
Yeah, I could tell. So I hopped in, helped you out a little bit. Got you to the end, and that's about it. So, Grant, I'll let you do the honors of taking us away here tonight. So go ahead, bud, when you're ready.
Yeah, so congratulations to the top 3 tonight, and congratulations to the rest of the guys, throughout the field for putting on a great race all night long. Want to say thank you for Jade for running, a special weekend at this track in Kansas for, in memory of your friend. And, remembers to him and pray for him and everything he's going through. And catch y'all tomorrow, F1. We are at Red Bull in Austria. Saturday, the final week of Wreckfest, and hopefully a podcast that's going to be starting again.
I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We crowned season 3 champion. The top 2, it's only Nitro and I think that have a shot unless Nitro and I wreck out of every race, and Keith does pretty dang good. But other than that, I think it's only Nitro and I that got a shot at the championship. So.
Yep. And then Sunday, GT Sport comes to an end for the final time on the game before we move to GT7.
I think I might show up to that just to show up to that.
Endurance at the Nürburgring.
At the ring, going to the ring.
Yep. So look forward to that happening, and then Monday in the entry series back in the Busch cars at Indy to start off that week. So great week of racing to come. Thank you for everyone joining the stream. Thank you, Jade, for being here as always. Hazard for being here. Turf and Nitro for joining in at the beginning. Turf for being in-race reporter. Game Nerd, I know you just joined. Welcome and goodbye at the same time. And with that being said, keep your racing worldwide, everybody, and see you all tomorrow. Have a good night.